In this video, we'll go over 10 items which are hidden in the world in some way, shape, or form, and either require you to do a special thing to obtain them, or just require you to find them in a somewhat hidden location. And at number 10, we have the Doomsayer's Robes. This is a toy item that allows you to don Doomsayer robes and have a little plaque on your chest and back, which probably spouts some
I didn't even know you could get
Doomsday-related
this.
writing. And the way to get these
I had
robes
no idea
was
you could get
discovered
this.
in Legion in a way that wasn't very obvious.
The fuck?
Basically, what you have to do in order to find this item is sneak into your enemy faction's capital city and kill a very specific NPC. For Horde players, you have to sneak into Stormwind City and kill Gordon McKellar, Assistant Confetti Cannon Operator, who is located in the Mage Quarter inside this building here. Now, this NPC doesn't have a 100% chance to drop it, so you may have to kill it a few times. But the drop chance isn't super low either. Basically, you won't be able to loot its corpse unless it drops the toy item.
What the fuck,
because
dude? I
it
had no
doesn't
idea
drop
about
anything
this.
else.
Holy
and
shit.
it personally took me
I need
about
to go farm
5
this.
kills before I got mine. Now, normally, when you kill enemy faction NPCs, they
Yeah.
don't really drop stuff. So, how they found out that this one specific NPC dropped the Doomsayer's robes was basically left up to chance. For Alliance
Wow.
players, you have to sneak into
Okay.
Orgrimmar and kill Charles Ghastly, Undercity Goods, who is located next to the Horde Zeppelins, out in the open,
How the fuck do I know?
in a heavily traveled area, so it's much harder to kill than the Alliance counterpart.
I'm
And
actually
just like
gonna
with
go do
Gordon,
this.
The only thing it drops is the Doomsayer's robes.
What the fuck?
So you can't loot him unless he drops the item.
Yeah.
Both of these NPCs have respawn timers at around 6 minutes on average,
That's
so you may
easy.
have to keep sneaking around that faction's capital in order to actually get the
Dude,
robes.
BFA
And there have been
content.
reports of them dropping from
Holy
city guards
shit.
as well, at a much lower drop chance. And at number
Wow.
9, we have the Poison Extraction Totem. This totem is one of the few quest items that
Okay.
can be used outside of its questing zone, and is considered a hidden item for this list because most people don't know about that. Have
That's
already completed the
what
quest
hidden
this
usually
totem is
means, yes.
associated to, so they can no longer obtain this item, or would never think to do this specific quest just to get a droppable totem. Now, the way to
Okay.
get this totem is to head to Durotar and go to the Troll Village right here, just south of Razor Hill. Then all you do is talk to the NPC Bombay, and he'll give you a quest to kill some crabs on the beach.
Oh, this is
and once
Horde
you turn
only.
that quest in, then you'll obtain the Poison Extraction Totem
What?
for the next quest. In order to keep the totem, all you have to
Aw.
do is simply not turn in the quest. And
Yeah, it's the
there you
same
have
as the
it.
Furbolg
You now
thing.
have a throwdown totem whenever you want on a 15-second cooldown. Now, the unique thing about the Poison Extraction Totem,
Yeah?
compared to other quest items that can be used anywhere out in the world, is that this totem can be attacked. So if you drop it down in front
What
of a
the-
pathing mob, the mob will aggro onto the totem. You can also
What the
drop it in
fuck?
world PvP to potentially block an attack, or in other situations in which you'd want a summonable thing that your opponent can attack instead of you.
What the fuck?
You can drop it on top of a shaman's totem in order to give it a little bit of protection by having your opponent accidentally
Oh.
target this totem instead of, say, the
That's
Spirit
actually
Link
smart.
totem. Its uses are pretty situational
What
and not
the
all that
fuck?
super useful.
Yeah, that's
and
getting
could
nerfed.
be more thought of a cosmetic item.
That's
if you want
totally
a fun
getting
little
nerfed.
totem to drop down on a 15-second cooldown. Now, this totem is Horde only, and only obtainable by classes which haven't already completed the quest,
Yeah, fuck
which
Horde.
is in the Ore Control starting zone. And there's a
Okay.
good chance a lot of characters can't go back and get this item, making
Right.
it a somewhat rare hidden item. And at number 8, we have Mr. Pinchy. This item can be obtained randomly when fishing Highland Mixed School fishing pools in the Terracar Forest. Once you obtain Mr. Pinchy, you can use the
Mr.
item and it will
Pinchy?
do one of 5 things.
Give me a break.
One of the things is to grant you a pet.
I thought it was
the
one of
magical
3
crawdad,
things.
which is a really good pet in both PvE and
This
PvP
one's so
pet
easy.
battles, and can be sold on the auction house, so it's worth a lot.
Yep,
and
I
its
have
other
it.
4 effects
I've
are
had it for
nowhere near as
years.
good, as it can also
Not a big deal.
give you a health buff, a box which will contain TBC potions, it will
Wow.
spawn a guardian crab that will fight for you for 10 minutes,
Or it'll
or
attack you.
a furious Mr. Pinchy,
Yep.
who is a hostile crab that will attack you. Each Mr. Pinchy will grant you 3 charges, and you can only use 1 charge every 4 hours, which will take you 12 hours to use all 3 charges in order to try for the pet. And the cooldown for this
That
item used
math
to be
is
a
correct.
lot longer in the Burning
Yes.
Crusade when it was first released, so 4 hours is pretty reasonable compared to its old cooldown.
Yep.
And at number 7, we have the Spectral Feather.
What the fuck?
This is an item that randomly spawns in the hay next to the Flightmaster and Stormwind.
What the
And when you
fuck?
click on the feather, it will summon a Spectral Griffin, who is obtainable
What?
by BM hunters that are at least level 110. as this griffin is considered a spirit beast,
What?
and thus an exotic pet, which can only be tamed and used by beast mastery hunters.
What?
BM hunters have a distinction where every single spirit beast pet is a rare spawn or hard to find.
This video is
as far
awesome.
As I know, only the spectral griffin and Gon are the only two spirit beasts which require you to click on an item in order to summon them.
This is
a hidden item. So
these are actually hidden
now,
items.
The spectral griffin is meant for Alliance players, as it's located in a very heavily traveled area in an Alliance city, and the feather itself has a spawn timer anywhere from 15 minutes to 12 hours. So it's very difficult for Horde players to try to get one of it.
Okay.
Luckily, there is a Horde equivalent. If you click on the spectral egg in Orgrimmar in the Valley of Spirits, you can summon the spirit beast Gon.
Dude, this is awesome.
A ghostly blue raptor. This is in an area nowhere near as heavily traveled as a spectral griffin, though.
What
so it's a little easier to get. Although both require you to hang out in the opposite main faction city, which in itself is a pretty difficult task for hunters to accomplish.
I actually, like, whenever they shut down the beta servers, I want to do a stream as my hunter where I go around and I get every single rare pet in the game. I think that'd be really, really fun to do. And it'd just be awesome and just enjoyable. Like, maybe some of them might take too long, but for the ones that don't, I think it'd be really enjoyable. Some pets, yeah, it takes hours. Yeah, I know. Well, that's great. That's a whole stream. Stable is too small. Well, I'll get as many as I can, right? Like the hidden pets.
Now, despite both of these basically being hunters' pets, they are spawned by clicking on a hidden item that people had to find on their own, as it was a secret in the game, which I think qualifies them for this list.
Fuck yeah.
And at number 6, we have Zoom. Zoom is a pet you can obtain from completing a secret event located in a high mountain cave, where a bunch of snails are racing each other, and if you help the smallest and slowest snail, named Zoom, win the race,
don't you have to, like, step on him or something?
And get the Zoom pet. And the best way to help Zoom win is to just kind of stand in front of the other snails, as they'll try their best to go around you, and it does slow them down a bit.
Yep.
But also, someone found a secret interaction with another pet called the Fragment of Desire, which is a pet obtained in the Black Temple. If you have the Fragment of Desire out, it will periodically daze all of the snails, including Zoom, though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a good idea.
The best way to use the fragment is to first help Zoom get into first place, then bring out the Fragment of Desire and just wait for it to daze them all. And this should be more than enough to allow Zoom to win the race pretty easily.
What would be the point of that?
And by a pretty big lead as well.
Yeah, it's easy.
At number 5, we have the Dark Ranger's Hood.
I don't know what this is
a transmog helm item only available to hunters, and requires you to complete a secret quest chain in the Hunter Order Hall.
What the fuck?
What you have to do is speak to an NPC called Death Hunter Morgoth, who will ask you to talk to one of the Dark Rangers in the building and give her some flowers.
What the fuck?
Since he has a crush on her. The Dark Ranger will then tell you to go let Morgoth down easily, as she's undead and can't be with a living person. After you talk to Morgoth and tell him the bad news, you can then return to the Dark Ranger, and she'll have a quest available, where she tells you she basically feels bad for Morgoth, and that you should give him one of her old hoods. And when you give it to Morgoth, he tells you he'll mass produce them, and then allow you to buy one of the hoods from him for about 20 gold. Seeing as this item is only available to high-level hunters, who have done a hidden quest chain in order to unlock it, it's a pretty rare hidden item, since not very many people are able to get it.
Dude, I had no idea. Man, like, that's actually really fucking cool. What the fuck? That's actually really, like, these are great.
At number 4, we have the Lost Mail. This is an item that will randomly spawn in front of a mailbox in Legion Dalaran, which is located in front of the Violet Citadel. Lost Mail spawns roughly every 3 hours at random intervals, so all you have to do is wait there until it spawns. Alternatively, you can just buy this item off the auction house.
Somebody gave it to me,
once you complete the quest chain this item starts, you'll obtain a copy of Lost Mail, which you can just give away. So you can just ask one of your friends who's already done this quest chain if they have a spare Lost Mail. Anyways, once you have this item, you will go on a little quest chain around the world delivering mail, and end up with a mini-game where you have to sort mail based on location to location, where it'll give you the name of a town, and you'll have to put in the portal which corresponds with that town's continent.
Oh my god.
So if it tells you that a piece of mail is for Goldshire, you will throw it into the Eastern Kingdom's portal, and so on and so on. If you complete the minigame, you'll complete the quest, which will give you a copy of Lost Mail and an heirloom token. But if you take on hard mode, which removes the zone the town is located in,
I was so angry,
and are able to sort 30 letters within 60 seconds, you'll get a priority mail and post-haste achievement, which will award you a battle pet, the Postmaster title, and a toy item, which is arguably one of the most useful toys in the game.
Yeah,
as it allows you to bring
amazing.
out a portable
everybody
mailbox
should have
for
this.
10 minutes on a 3-hour cooldown.
Yeah, it's
no
fucking
other restrictions.
ridiculous.
All your alts can use it, and you now just have a mailbox whenever you want, wherever you want. And I'd highly recommend attempting this to get that. And at number 3, we have Wendell's Lighter.
I don't know what
in
this
Northrend
is.
Dalaran, at 9 o'clock at night, the NPC named Wendell Sparkshine will walk around the city and use a wand to light up some of the lampposts. Once he's done, for a limited time, he'll sell an item called
What
Wendell's
the
Lighter.
fuck?
And if you buy the lighter from him, you can go around and light up the lampposts that he might have missed, since he won't light all of them up. And before Legion, this was the only way to get this item.
What
but
the
in
fuck?
Legion, with New Dalaran located in the Broken Isles, you can just simply walk up to Wendell Sparkshine and buy this item from him whenever you want. The difference being,
Is that
in
hidden?
New Dalaran, you can't use a lighter to light up lampposts.
I mean, it
and
doesn't seem like
only
it's a
works
big
on
deal.
The wall lamps. But if you then go back to Northrend Dalaran, you can use the same exact lighter on the lamppost in that city, so it's literally the same item. If you ask Wendell how come you can no longer use the lighter
It's
on
because
the
of his
lampposts,
daughter, right?
he'll tell you, "Oh yes, terribly sorry about that. I like to light the lamppost myself. You see, it helps me. Let's leave it at that, please." And that's because whenever he lights up a new lamppost in Legion Dalaran, he'll also have a little image of his daughter. Because
Yeah,
Wendell's
I remember
daughter
this.
became the
Yep.
apprentice of Jaina for a hot second,
See?
and was in Theramore and died when Garrosh bombed the city. So he now goes around the
Garrosh
city
did
and lights the
nothing wrong.
lamppost with his daughter's image in memory of his lost daughter. And at number 2, we have the Wayfarer's Bonfire.
I forgot where
This
I
is
got
a toy
this.
item, which is a reference to the Dark Souls bonfire,
Okay.
which can only be obtained if you have the follower Solaire of Anderhall.
Oh,
in your
yeah,
garrison.
and you salute
And the way
him,
to
right?
acquire this follower is basically at random. When you recruit a new follower through a
Yeah.
level 2 Lunarfall Inn or Frostwall Tavern, which allows you to pick one new follower every week with a specific trait that you're looking for. And if you manage to get this follower, all you have to do is set him out in your garrison. Go out and look
Slash
for
tired.
him,
Oh,
and then
tired.
type /tired while
I thought it was
targeting him.
salute.
And there you have it. You'll obtain the Wayfarer's
All right, what's
Bonfire
number one?
toy item.
I bet
You
I
can
know. I
also
bet I know what
slash
one
praise
number one's
him,
gonna
and
be.
he'll give you a 2-second praise the light buff.
Oh, what the
And if you
fuck?
right-click on the bonfire, it will give you a bonfire's reprieve buff. Neither of these buffs do
Wow.
anything, and are just flavorful abilities.
I totally forgot
which
all about that
I assume
shit.
are references to Dark Souls, as I haven't actually played that game yet.
Big mistake.
Now, there is an alternative way to get this if you don't want to just try and get lucky and recruit a specific follower.
You just go to somebody
If
else's.
you have a friend who has this follower in their garrison,
Yep.
you can just join their group, go to their
Easy.
garrison, and do the /tire to him, and this will also grant you the toy item. And at number 1, we have the Mesmerizing Fruit Hat. This was a hidden item added to the game in Warlords of Draenor, but no one actually found it until late in the expansion.
Yep.
The item is located under a building in the Valley of Four Winds in
I remember
Pandaria,
this shit, dude.
and all you have to do is just go to the location and click on it to obtain the
Yep.
hat. But the hat also has a hidden function to it. In addition to the main function of allowing you to dance when you use it, and being unique that
It
it
makes a
allows you to
conga
dance while
line in your
mounted as
garrison.
well, if you take the hat
Yeah.
to your garrison and use it, and start walking around your garrison,
They say
your
I feel it.
followers will start dancing and follow you in a conga line. So if you're walking around long enough, you can get everyone in your garrison dancing behind you. But if you stand
good
still
game.
for too long, they'll just go back to doing whatever. Few notes about this item. It is not a toy item, and you have to use it from your inventory.
Yeah, it's pretty
And if you
annoying.
destroy this item, you won't be able to get another one on that same character.
You have to put
So
in a ticket
it's an
for that.
easy to get actual hidden item with a neat little effect of forming a conga line.
What
And I
the
think this item
fuck?
perfectly encompasses what hidden items should be like.
Yeah.
Which is why I put it at the number 1 spot on this list.
That's awesome.
Alright, and that's the end of the video. If you know of any other hidden items in the game, or have ideas for videos similar to this one, I'd love to hear about them down in the comments.
Damn, this was a good video. Yeah, this was actually a really good video. What the fuck? I really, really like that. Okay, damn. Let me pause this. I'm gonna scroll down. Oh, my feels, top 10 spell interactions, the lighter. Wait, are there any more of these? The toy from Throne of Thunder, the water gun. Here before Asmongold uses this video for Twitch, and it doesn't give Hero the $1 million from ads he's missing. He can't even do Sunken Temple? Fuck you, Steve. Suck my dick. Fuck. You know what, Steve? Yeah, you know what? You're gonna say all this shit, you're gonna make all this bullshit up. Sunken Temple's really hard, alright? Like, we're doing our best. We are gonna come back in there probably tomorrow, and we're gonna do our best to complete Sunken Temple. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen, but we're going to do as well as we can, all right? It's pretty hard to do. Like, but all right, here's the thing. If we have 3 hunters, we can clear any trash pack in the fucking game. So that's all we need to worry about. We have 3 hunters, me doing basically nothing, and then we have the healer. Like, that's going to be amazing, and it's not going to be an issue whatsoever, okay? Yeah, don't worry about it, Steve. All right, you're going to talk all the shit that you want. Just play Dark Souls, totally worth your time. Let's see, where's the rest of these? Brazier of Awakening, of the things that can make the list. There's a lot of items like that that are like hidden in the game that people don't really know about. And I think that's really what kind of makes the game feel a little bit bigger, right? It's like you do these things and you have these items that are hidden in the game, and it makes them a little bit more exciting, at least than I think. Let's see. Imagine if you're a hunter too, dude. Well, yeah, I mean, like, hunters have, like, all of these, like, special pets and shit like that that you're able to get. And I forgot all about them, man. Yeah, we are going to give this video a like. This is actually a really, really good video. Just give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and I'll click the link there. I'll link it for you guys, too. Notice one of the private servers is currently having... Wait, what is this here? Having what? Having a cross-run progression system, meaning you can select which expansion you want to progress through. Do you think that you want that to happen in Classic? No, I don't really think so, honestly. To me, I just like to see them do... what the fuck is this? I just like to see them do Classic WoW, and then in a perfect world, right? This is an Asmongold perfect world. What I would really like to see happen is I'd like to see a expansion to Classic WoW that's not Burning Crusade. Like, that's what I really, really want to see.